Soccer 605, we're guessing with Coach Duane Kavanaugh of the Groton Tigers. You just picked up some hardware with your team at the SDHSAA State Tournament. Can you share it with our viewers?
Yeah, we kind of like this one. We liked last year's a lot, but this 3 made it a little nicer than the 4 we had last year, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, that's nice. I said Groton's going to have a pair of those. The boys winning as well.
Yeah, it was a really great game. The guys came back and had a tough match this morning and managed to pull out in a double overtime shootout. So compliments to Coach Becker and his boys. So.
Well, and compliments to you and your girls. Your girls have been fun to watch. Every time you've ever watched them play, Coach, they play with all their hearts and give everything they have to the field. Last time we got to see them play was in Sioux Falls, and you had back-to-back games in one day in terrible heat.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend, and we knew going into it was going to be that way, and the girls stepped right up. They played a tough Oklahoma team and played it really well, and then we had to turn around about 2 hours later and play T, and really did well to get a 1-0 win out of that. So it was a fun weekend.
Well, and you have some very special players that you enjoy watching over the years. I know they all are special to you, and this was your last season coaching them, correct?
Yeah, it is. It'll be tough. I have some younger players I've been kind of working with the last couple of years, but these seniors, last year was really hard. My daughter was a senior and she graduated, and the rest of these are kind of like my other daughters. They played together for years. Derek, Harry, and I, not just soccer, but we were involved in Destination Imagination together, so we've put on thousands and thousands of miles doing all kinds of things. So a lot of these girls have been kind of like second daughters to us.
Well, it's tough, and they say a coach never really retires. They just take a hiatus.
Well, Doug kind of mentioned that after a couple of years, my wife might get tired of me being home and send me back to coaching. So we'll see if Doug's got it right or not.
When she sees you moping around the house come high school season, I bet she'll be kicking you out the door to go help somebody.
Now, maybe by the spring. So I do want to say one thing. I gotta give Doug Noyes and the St. Thomas More girls just an amazing attaboy. I mean, they had to drive to Sioux Falls on Monday, turn around Tuesday, drive home, drive back out here Thursday, play 2 amazing games. I can't even imagine what that's like, and then to put on the kind of show they did, it was really an amazing thing to see. So.
Yeah, they did play very well. It's very sporting of you to be sure to acknowledge them. They've had a tough season too, with their goalkeeper in a bad car accident, breaking her leg and bringing in the backup JV goalkeeper toward the end of the season.
Yeah, and again, I think it kind of shows you the teamwork they have too. They play well together. They really pick each other up, and it's an amazing team. For us this year, our motto, and I said this before, has been one team, one goal, and by the end of the year, it really became a kind of a stalwart point for us, and the girls just lived that motto. So.
Well, you can see that those girls really have a bond, a special bond. And every year, as a coach, you always try and teach the girls something different and something new and add to their repertoire of soccer skills and life skills. But typically what happens is they wind up teaching you a lesson that maybe as a coach that for an adult that you didn't have. What is one of the lessons you've learned from this team?
I think for the last 2 years, I think sports, we often talk about being focused and on mark. This group needs to be loose, and I think they can teach a lot of people things about soccer's important, there's a lot of things important in life, but learning to just go with the flow. This is a great group of kids. I think they'd have been laughing and crying at the end of the game if we won, and it would have been if we lost. Last year when we lost, they were crying and laughing, and so they really know how to just be a team, and that's probably the biggest thing I took from them this year.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thanks.
Look forward to seeing you. I know we'll see you on the pitch again soon.
Well, you'll have to work on my wife, I think. So.
All right.
Thank you, Carol. Thanks a lot, Carol.